Hi. Alright then. There we go. I hope that shows up there alright. So, we are back. We are... So the 128 is testing. But I know the answer already to this, so I just have to look over here and find. This may not be the perfect screwdriver for removing chips, but it's pretty okay. So, I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to try to get this iPad set up to observe. That's not bad. So here is the Commodore 128, and here is the SID chip. But I know that this SID chip is not fully functional. So the machine is off, of course. I'm going to take this screwdriver very delicately. Get it loose, and out it comes. And then I have another one here that I'm going to put in. I'm just examining the pins. They all look good. So what I typically do is get it lined up on one side. I have checked the witness mark. Get all the pins lined up on one side and give just a little pressure, and in it goes. And then when I turn this on, it is now running through the diagnostics. And I'm just going to keep this SID chip, this other SID chip handy. It is the, I call it the one that works 3/4 of the way. And the whole reason that we're doing all of this is because this this SID chip I'm just testing, just checking a light here, is going into an original Silver Label Commodore 64 that is going to Italy. So there, I have successfully managed to slightly, very slightly, make my collection a teeny tiny bit smaller. One Commodore 64 at a time. But this is not just any 64, this is a Silver Label original Canadian Commodore 64. It has ceramic RAM chips. It's in very lovely cosmetic shape. And right now, I'm just making sure that this SID chip I'm going to put in is worthy and happy. Now, excuse me, I'm just looking here. I have another lamp here. I do not believe it is plugged in, but perhaps it should be. Perhaps it should be. I'm not sure if that helps the screen look any better. Anyway, so, sorry, we're looking at the Commodore 128 innards. Momentarily, the SID chip will be tested. And it will run through all three voices, three musical voices, and one, there it is. The thunder, the rumble. Excellent. So, funny, this machine suddenly came up with something that it doesn't like. Anyway, so now I'm going to turn the machine off. And once again, very gently, I put the screwdriver under and just give it a little twist. A little tiny twist. A little rock and a little roll, and it's out. So, and I suppose I might just as well put the 3/4 one back in, just so I know where it is. I know its status. And poof. And away we go. So there we have, I don't know if it's the right way to take out a chip, but it works. Color man, what is going on here? This is strange. Anyway, enough of that. Carry on. Suddenly, this machine is telling me that all kinds of things are bad. And I don't know why. I really don't want to delve into it at this moment. Let's just see. I'm taking out the... comes up fine. I'll just check all the connectors and connections. Put it back in, turn it back on, because really, at this second, what I really want to do is very gently and very carefully move things out of the way so I can very gingerly put the SID chip into the what am I thinking? Oh yeah, the Silver Label Commodore 64. Okay, now everything seems fine. I wonder if just having the iPad sitting inside the machine here, because it was sitting there, upset something. Anyway, enough. So, the Commodore 128 is going out. It can rest over here behind the 8296. So, and I have some other things I wish to get out of the way. For example, here This is a machine that a garage rescue. I've been using it to do things, but this would be a good one to show you what a magic eraser will do, because this one is filthy. But that is not what we are up to at this moment. Nope, I gotta get this. Silver Label machine sorted and figured so that I can very carefully get it packed so it can travel around the world. Oh, and by the way, here is the Silver Label Commodore 64. It's right there. So, one thing I will do, I know it works, but I will turn it on. And up it comes. I just want to look at the monitor over here, because one thing about the original Commodore 64s is, well, it doesn't. But really, well, it doesn't look too great there. The original video chips, I think, were pretty awful, and this is an original one. Like on my, oh, looky, I have an iPad. Let's shoot a little video. Okay, cable in the way. So, I don't think I can get this to sit nice. Maybe I can. Or maybe if I hold it just so. But I don't think that light is helping anything. Okay. So, I'm going to turn this off. So here we have the original Silver Label Commodore 64. I'm going to turn it on. Now, there is the picture. That is a 1701. It's a beautiful monitor. But boy, the picture really doesn't look great. Not compared to some of the later, well, I mean most of the machines once they got things sorted out, I guess. Anyway, that's one of the joys of having an old Commodore 64. So this one works. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to move on. But there is the screen on an original Silver Label 64. Alright. So now, I'm going to disconnect the power and very carefully open up the machine. So, while we're here, we'll have a little look inside. So here is one of the things that makes this, I think, rare and unique. I believe those are ceramic RAM chips, or whatever they called them at this time. When we pull back a bit, you can see the original layout of the board, including, yes, the missing SID chip. And it does look like the PLA chip was changed at some point. Mind you, I was reading, online about, you never know when things went back, or things went here, or things went there. As far as I know, this is the chip that this came with, way back. Anyway, so there we have it. And if we zoom in, we'll see the early numbers. Anyway, there we are. Sorry about the light, but without the light we can't see. So I gotta put the SID chip in. And here we have, right where we started, the old RAM chips. Alright, let's get the SID in. So, I'll just line this up, checking the witness mark. Checking that everything is just peachy. Oh, it slipped off. Everything is just peachy. And we push. And it is in. So, now, perhaps for the last time while I have this, I will close the lid with great care. And one last time, I'll give it power. And up it comes, ugly as ever. It does. Yeah. But that's the joy. So, SID chip is in. Life is good. Now, let's turn it over. It's funny. I think I've showed this before. And that's I don't know what's underneath. The little way in here, way in the back there, right in the middle there. There's this manufacturer number, serial number, all that stuff. And stuck over it is another sticker that says Made in Canada. So I don't know what it says underneath there, because I'm not going to pull it off, because that's part of the original joy. It is. So I have over here 3 screws. And I should have, right handy here, which I don't, which I do, there we go, a screwdriver, Phillips of course, and I will put them in, but I'm not going to reef on them. I'm not. Alright. So, say goodbye to the Silver Label 64. It has served me well. It is hard to let anything go, but it's time. So, now I did have, as you saw, a box. And it is a box that a 64 came in. At least I think it was a 64. It's, see, at some point, oh, come here, you. They went to like a plain white box and then had a sleeve. But the one thing I don't like about this is it has here the styrofoam bits to put this in, but they don't really seem to fit quite right. So I'm just going to set those there. Over around here I have another box. I don't have a whole bunch of boxes, but as this machine is going a very long way, I really do want it to get there in the same shape that it left here. So, oh, well, I will bring this box around, but I realize that I think the styrofoam bits that I'm saying are not, I thought I had other ones in this box, but I do not. But I will bring this around because it too has a history to it. For example, it was a Commodore 64 that was sold by Canadian Tire, as they did. And it has kind of like a suitcase of somebody who's traveled around the world. It has a history here. It says here, Rush Repair, customer property. And it has a packing slip, so I guess it was packed in this box to go wherever it was going. And taped up. There is tape on here, and then it says, Canadian Tire Associate Store 014. Repair. AC number. So anyway, this box has its own history. But it is not the box from the original Silver Label 64. At least I don't think it is. I will verify with the serial number, but no, I don't think it is. If it was, I would of course send it in this. But no, I don't believe so. No, this one, it's similar. This one is, the serial number is 272,000, that one is 268,000. So, down it shall go. So, I think what I'm going to do with these is I am going to use them, but I'm going to put significant other stuff in here. Now, I'm not sure if I told, this is not going with a power supply. The power supply weighs a whole lot, and I don't have the original that I know of, and I really don't want to go and say, oh, well, plug that old thing in and see what happens and then see it fail. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to use the peanut stuff. I have some other foam stuff that I'm going to bring up. I'm going to wrap the whole machine in it and make sure everything is taped beyond taped. The box is a little beat, especially in this corner, but with enough tape, it will be fine. So, farewell, old friend. I'm sure you're going to make somebody very happy across the world. Anyway, that's all I have to do at this moment on this. I still have to, I think I told you earlier, I'm trading 3 1701 monitors. So I just have to make sure, oh, and 2 extra doors. I have to make sure I have that all together, because I think that's, assuming all goes well, and I can go tonight, because Andrew is home not well, that I will do that. It's funny, as I see this monitor sitting here, and there's nothing on it, I don't think there's room for me to put that there like product. Oh, maybe there is. Nah, not really. Maybe this way. Not really. And then it wants to fall. Well, I could always put it up here. There. Welcome to the world of Commodore. There we go. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to go through the necessary and painful process of packing this up and getting it ready so I can get it on the way to somewhere in Italy. I didn't really look. I did not. Anyway, thanks for coming. And as always, questions, comments, queries, criticisms, anything at all. Actually, I was a fellow just wrote to me about, I was doing all the cursor movements in the programming I was doing before, and he suggested there's another way, using a poke, which I'm not sure if I ever knew, or if I knew, I forgot. But either way, I was like, how about that? So have I tried it yet? No, not yet. Will I try it? Yes, I will. And that is how we all learn together. Isn't it magic? Anyway, until we meet again, farewell, original Silver Label 64. Thanks for the memories. Bye for now.